Buying a home in Colorado can seem overwhelming and even be quite shocking, especially if you are moving here from another state. Not only are there a lot of steps to take in the house hunting and home buying process, but Colorado has some unique challenges that other states don't necessarily quite have to face. Compared to some parts of the US, Colorado can feel like you don't get as much bang for your buck in terms of square footage. But then again, what price can you put on epic mountain views, gorgeous scenery, or access to the vast outdoors right in your backyard? Those are some of the intangible costs that drive the price tag of Colorado homes up. In this video, I'm sharing my best tips for buying a house in Colorado. And this is from my personal experience of purchasing 2 homes in the state. That way, you can feel confident after buying a home and getting a great deal this year. Number 1, know the Colorado real estate market. As a Colorado local born and raised, I have lived along the Front Range with my family, including Denver, Boulder, and now in Colorado Springs. Each city has different amenities, housing prices, and lifestyle options, not to mention completely different housing markets. For the past decade or so, housing prices have been on the rise, and it continues to be a seller's market. There's simply not enough inventory for the amount of buyers looking to become homeowners in Colorado. When I purchased my first home 5 years ago, and then when I sold that home and bought my forever home this year, it continues to be a seller's market. Understanding the real estate market and how it will affect you is an important aspect of making a successful deal on your next home. Number 2, be prepared to move fast. Since Colorado caters to a seller's market, it means that the real estate landscape can move very fast. If you find a home you like, schedule a showing and put an offer in on the same day. Don't wait. In fact, back in 2018, when we were just getting underway with our first home buying process, the tactic that many people looking to buy a home were employing at the time was to put in an offer on the house before it was ever viewed by them. Once the prospective buyers had finally viewed the home, they would often resend that offer. This helped ensure that if a buyer did indeed like the house, the offer would already be in and one of the first. Using a tactic like that might not be as common these days, but it shows how cutthroat the market has been in the past and how you have to go above and beyond to help secure a house. Now, back to present day. Our home was listed, showing scheduled, offers submitted and accepted, and taken off the market in just 2 days. We sold our house in less than a weekend, and we had 5 offers on the table to choose from. It moved that quickly. That is not a lot of time to figure out where you're moving to, or even what your next plan is, so you have to be prepared to commit and put in an offer if you find something that you like. Taking the time to mull it over will often mean that the house will be snatched out from under your feet by someone else. When we found our dream home, we put an offer in on that same day that it was listed, and it already had multiple offers on it as well. A great way to move faster than other people looking online for homes is sign up for a notification list from your realtor. Most real estate firms will have an online portal or notification list where you can view new homes listed daily. Or at the very least, use real estate apps like Zillow or Realtor and sign up for email alerts. In addition, use more than just one real estate website, as some listings are on one site but not the other. You don't want to miss out on anything. Number 3, work with the right realtor. Since the market in Colorado moves so quickly, make sure that you find the right realtor who can make deals happen fast. You want to be able to trust them and feel like they have your back. Do they arrive to the showings on time? Do they communicate and reply with you quickly? You can find the answers to these questions by vetting out multiple agents. Don't just go with the first one because it's convenient or if they are a friend of a friend. Nothing would be worse than seeing your ideal home come on and off the market again, all while your agent is MIA for a few days and you are frantically trying to contact them. No. You want your real estate agent to be just as dedicated to getting you a house as you are to buying one. Make sure your real estate agent has all the right credentials, check to make sure that they have a valid license and/or working with a reputable firm here in Colorado. If you are unsure, a quick online search can provide a lot of the results you're looking for. We actually went through 3 real estate agents before we found the best one for our situation. Since we didn't live in the city where we bought our first home, we needed our agent to be our advocate and help us out a lot, and she really did and followed through. Find a real estate agent who will help you stick to your budget too. Don't let them take you to homes that are out of your budget or persuade you to spend more money than you're comfortable with. You want to enjoy your home and all that Colorado has to offer, not be house poor where you can barely make the mortgage payments. If that's the case, then you won't have the opportunity to actually enjoy all that the state has to offer, from destinations to outdoor activities. Number 4, get pre-approved for a mortgage. If there's any advice I can give you when buying a home these days, it's to get a pre-approval letter for your mortgage. In order to even start the house hunting process in Colorado, you will need a pre-qualification letter or pre-approval letter from your bank. This paper will show how much you can expect the loan to be for, the interest rate, and the expiration date of the terms. In Colorado, it is basically required to be pre-approved before starting the home searching process. This decreases the chance of the deal falling through since you are expecting to already be approved for this mortgage amount. Plus, sellers really like working with buyers who are serious. If you are already pre-approved for a mortgage, your chances of sealing the deal will be much higher. The best time to get pre-approved for a mortgage is about 30 to 60 days from when you hope to buy a house. And be prepared to answer such questions like how much debt you have, what your credit score is, how long you've been in business, and other financial details. Being as transparent and upfront with everything finance related at the start will help facilitate the entire process. Number 5, have an escalation clause. When putting an offer in on a home you love, I recommend using an escalation clause. This is a section that's included by your realtor when you draft up an official offer to purchase a home. You're basically saying that you want to escalate the negotiation process by offering a capped amount of money. This reduces the amount of back and forth from other potential buyers and sellers. You are offering a certain amount for the home, but if the seller receives a higher offer, you're willing to go up to the capped amount in order to win the deal over another offer. For example, with our first home, it was listed for $272,000, so we offered $274,000, but included an escalation clause stating that we were willing to go up to $281,000. Another couple offered $277,000, but since we had an escalation clause, we beat out the other offers and the seller accepted. If we didn't have this clause in our offer, we might have lost out on a house by only $1,000, and no one wants that. A good real estate agent will know what an escalation clause is and how to use it on your behalf. Number 6, get an extra $10,000 for down payment. If you're looking for a tax-free way to get an extra $10,000 for your down payment, consider withdrawing from your Roth IRA. If you have a Roth IRA, you are allowed to withdraw up to $10,000 without paying taxes or penalties for your first home. And the rules are flexible, though, for this term, quote, first home, since you're considered a first-time home buyer if you or your spouse have not owned a principal residence in the past 2 years, aka you just haven't owned a house. So this is great news if you have rented an apartment for the past 2 years or you've lived with family. This is a great thing to keep in mind if you need an extra $10,000 for a down payment or even home improvements. It's one of the many reasons why contributing to a Roth IRA is such a great investment. Number 7, prepare for closing day. Closing day is usually scheduled 30 days after the offer has been accepted and the property is put under contract. During this time, answering questions from the mortgage company can feel like you have a second full-time job. Expect to get a lot of closing-related tasks, from getting the home inspected to making requests for repairs and getting the city's appraiser to sign off on the deal. You'll also have to provide documentation of how much income you earn and tax return information for the past several years. It can be very time-consuming, and everything needs to be done in a very timely manner in order to hit the closing date deadline. So be prepared for this as part of Colorado's home buying process. Is buying a home in Colorado a good investment this year? As mentioned, the real estate market in Colorado is still pretty hot, with housing prices remaining high and lots of competition. There's no better time than now to buy a home in Colorado. Even with an unstable economy with high interest rates, there's no sign of prices decreasing in the near future. So, is buying a home in Colorado a good investment? I believe the answer is yes. In the current market, housing prices continue to rise rapidly, and the sooner you can get in the market, the lower prices you'll pay. When we purchased our first home 5 years ago, we paid $274,000, and then this year we sold it for $415,000. That is a huge increase of price in just a handful of years with no major renovations. So don't wait for a better deal to come along in the future years, as the prices may just keep on climbing, along with interest rates.